All right. Hey everyone, I'm just doing some research. I started with state resources around here and now I'm looking at national resources. We have an organization that's going to be around here called Wave Light, and what they do is they are having a whole bunch of people get together who have had a loss of a baby. And that is not even if it was a baby aborted. It was if you've had a miscarriage or any kind of infant loss, you are able to name your baby or light a candle or something like that. I haven't looked thoroughly into that yet, but that's coming up. Also tomorrow, there's another event coming up with a doctor who was a former abortionist who has turned pro-life. So that sounds really good. I'm excited to look into this. So there is a lot going on. God is on the move. He is saving babies' lives. A lot of women who have had abortions come from a very dysfunctional home. They come from an abusive home. They're usually pressured, or someone has made that decision for them. A lot of times the fathers have pressured the mothers to say, if you don't make your daughter abort, I'm going to leave you, divorce you, whatever. And back then, where women didn't work a lot of wives felt like they had to do what their husband said, even if what he asked was wrong. And when we think of marriage, it is not, scripture talks about submitting to your husband in all things. And that is after God. That is not doing wrong. It's not compromising your Christian beliefs. There are times I think that there may be a few things that, your husband may ask you that may be wrong, but not on the scale of asking you to murder your daughter's baby or asking you to do something major. So that is, marriage is supposed to be, submitting to one another. It's done in love. It's not a power struggle. And a lot of these girls have seen dysfunction in the marriage between the husband or their father and their mother. And also, something I think that's part of this too is usually the father. Like I just heard another testimony, the father will be the one who doesn't want to be shamed. A lot of fathers have not necessarily taught their daughters, but they have come from a place back in the day where a girl does not have a baby out of wedlock. And so if she did, she would be shamed pretty much for the rest of her life. And this is how judgmental people used to be. And, I had an aunt who did have sex outside of marriage, and she was treated like she was a second-class citizen. So that is how things were many years ago, where nowadays we see single mothers, walking with their babies and just knowing that they're single. We are not as judgmental as we even were, say, 25 years ago. So we need to stop being so judgmental to women, especially if their husbands have left them. What are they supposed to do? Abortion is not the answer. And many times too, these girls have babies. And let me tell you, when you have babies, it's very healing. When you've had an abortion, it is very healing. There's something about babies that give you just so much love and comfort and, just so much, someone to love so much, but yet they don't replace the baby that you lost. So you definitely have to work through that. And as I'm growing in the healing, that I just finished the healing class, the healing side is going to be the biggest part, I believe, of post-abortive women. Getting out there, helping women heal, helping them have a strong testimony so other women will not choose abortion. I think it's going to be a huge preventative thing. So these are a lot of organizations I'm looking into, and I will continue to look into them. If you want to join me and talk about abortion, or if you've had an abortion and you want to reach out to some of these organizations, feel free to look on my community post, and I will have more posted about organizations.